Hello, online crew. I got some sad news yesterday, which I'm going to share with you today. That may mean my last trip for I don't know how long overseas with all my entrepreneur friends. So I'll share with you what that's all about in a moment. But I just want to check in with you all. Have you registered for my free boot camp coming up the week after next? So, if you need leads online, if you want to attract more people to you, if you want to grow your business faster, you need leads. So, join me for our free 4-day lead generation boot camp. I've done this a few times before and it is very well received, this boot camp. Even if you've done it before with me, you want to do it again because all of you need leads to be able to be building a business. So when you register for this, you'll get this workbook that we will work with throughout the boot camp. And I guess I should tell you how to register for it. Who's already registered for it? If you haven't, this is where you need to go. If you are watching from Facebook, here's the banner. Helen Martin, and for Instagram, if you're watching, helenmartinonline.com/lead generation. Just go there, register for free. You'll get an email with all the details, the group you need to be in, the workbook, all the details that you need. Okay, so who's going to join me for that? It's not next week, it's the week after. Feel free to share that. If you work with other people, you've got a team, they need to speed up their results in their business and need to learn more about leads, get them on that boot camp. Absolutely. So who's here with me live? Say hello. Hey, Judy. Oh, no, I know. I'll tell you what that is in a second. Hey, Liz. Hey, Julie. Good to see you on. We've got Dean. We've got Cherie. We've got Beth in the house. Liz is registered already. Judy. Yep. Leads. More leads. She's registered. Cherie is registered. We've got Dean. I'll be there. Out of town for 2 nights. Catch the replays. So if any of you are kind of not available, the replays will be up for 7 days. So I've got people that follow me in time zones, like they're sleeping at the moment when I go live, and they always catch me on my replays. So that is going to be possible for the boot camp, as well. So what I want to share with you, I'll just perhaps I'll put that down there. Can I do that? No, that's not going to work. I'm trying to be tricky with the little banner here, but no, it's not going to scroll for me. That's all right. I'll just leave it there. So many of you will know that I travel and speak at events overseas, and I've done that quite often. I think this trip in just over a month is going to be, I think it's my 12th trip to America. Now, from Australia, that's no mean feat, I tell you. It's a long way. I've got to get from my state to the eastern states of Australia, then get to generally LA, to then go wherever I need to go. So there's generally 3 or 4 flights, somewhere between 20, 30 hours of travel. It's exhausting. But why do I do that? To mingle with the people that just fill my cup, to learn from the best, to increase my skills, to have fun. Like, I just love it. Like, those of you that have been to events with like-minded people, does it fill your cup? Like, do you feel that? Like, sometimes on this entrepreneurial journey, do you feel quite alone? When you work, especially if you work from home, you're on your own. Well, there's a lot of us that talk online. You're watching me live now. Like, there's a lot of you that I've got to know really well. Some of you I've never met in person, but we feel like we know each other. Like, the online world is amazing. It's amazing for business. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan for kids and bullying and teenagers and them not learning how to communicate because they're always glued to their phones, but that's a whole different topic, isn't it? But for business, for adults, for the online world, for getting customers and clients, building teams, amazing. But it can be pretty lonely and it can be demotivating. And often, if you've ever gone to an event with your team members or, digital marketing or things like that, that you'll know how much it fills your cup. Do you agree? Do you agree with that? Liz, yep, it really does fill my cup. Crystal, yep, nothing will replace face-to-face. So it can be very lonely. Absolutely. It's just, the online world can be like that. So where you can connect as humans, you can connect. For me, a lot of my friends and a lot of all my mentors are actually in America. So that's why I've traveled so many times. And I love going to America, filling my cup and speaking at events. So my last one was January. Spoke on stage at an event, had an absolute ball, loved every minute of it, and going back again in about 5 weeks to speak again at an event. And yesterday, one of the owners of the company announced they are not doing any more live events for the foreseeable future. Just too cost prohibitive. So, when I guess because there's a lot of people online that, big events, that the organizers of the event, the venues are just jacking up the prices. Like everything is just so much more expensive because it's not that nobody's having events. There are lots of people having events, but you can't have huge events if they're not, I guess, financially viable. So the mentorship company that I've been associated with for years and years, and I speak on stage at their events, love networking. My mentors, they just announced yesterday they're not doing any more in-person events for the foreseeable future. So I no longer, apart from my network marketing company, I no longer have that avenue to go and speak at events, which means this trip that I'm going to go on in about 5 weeks' time is probably I'm not going to say never, but I'm certainly not going to be going to America for a very long time, probably now. And that makes me really sad. So why am I talking about this to you? This event that I go to and I'm speaking at is absolutely incredible for the content, whether you're connected with that community or not. It's a digital marketing community, and the speakers that they've lined up for this event, which will be the final live event for the foreseeable future, is incredible. I'm going to show you who they are in a second. So if there is any opportunity that you are in America, can get to America, can hang out with me in America in July, here's the details. Come in person, but there are online tickets as well. So you can actually attend this event virtually. So that's the link that you need. Instagram can't see that. So helenmartinonline.com/DNL. And what that stands for is Digital Network Alive. And if there's anybody watching that's going to be there, I can't wait to embrace you and hug you and make sure you let me know who you are when I'm there. Interestingly for me, just on a personal note, I said to my husband when I came back in January, I'm going to go back in July and speak again. So the boys our boys are 16 and 17. They're at that age where they're moving into adulthood. And my eldest, my 17, is actually doing a school-based apprenticeship, which means he goes to school 2 days a week in his final year of school, and he's on the job 3 days a week. So he's already in the workforce working as with an apprenticeship, and he's at school 2 days a week. So he's doing his final year of school and his first year of an apprenticeship. So he's going to be he's finishing school this year. He's going to be out in the big wide world completely next year. He may not be able to travel with us when we want to travel as a family. They might not even want to travel with mum and dad anymore. They're at that age where it's like, if we don't do this now, I go on a trip, it may not happen. So I said to Paul, just come back in January, going in July. So how about we take the whole family? Now, for any of you, those of you in Australia, taking the whole family to America, do you know how bad our dollar is in Australia compared to the American dollar? Like whatever it costs in America, basically 1.5 times in Australia. So it is ridiculously expensive for flights, accommodation, Disneyland, Universal Studios, like everything. This is a ridiculously expensive trip. But I'm so grateful for everything that I do and all my income streams, all 12 income streams, my network marketing business, everything that I do. Because why do we work so hard? Why are you working so hard? Maybe it's just to get by. Maybe it's to pay your bills. Maybe it's to leave a legacy for your kids or your grandkids. Like maybe it's because you want to travel. Maybe it's because you want to buy, some toys. I don't know what it is for you. For me, I am so grateful for everything that I do and the income that I earn to be able to give this trip for the boys. So when I go in July, in about 5 weeks' time, I will do the event, and then the family are all flying in on the Sunday, which is the last day of the event, and then we're traveling in America for a couple of weeks. I'm so excited for them to see Disneyland and Universal Studios, and I've hired a, what do you guys call it, a GMC truck, and we're going to drive from LA to Vegas and show the boys Vegas. They're not young enough to, we're not going there to gamble, but you know what I mean. Anyway, what I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share my screen. If any of you can get yourselves to Los Angeles on July 19th to 21th, and just if you can't, stay with me because there are virtual tickets because I want to show you who's speaking. So this is called Digital Networker Live. It's on Friday, July 19th to 21st. There's a workshop before it. Okay. So if you go to that link that I gave you, HelenMartinOnline/DNL, you'll get all this information. Okay. So this is all about attracting your ideal perfect prospects on the Friday. On the Saturday, social influence and effortless enrollment. So all about systems and duplication and reels and TikTok and social media strategies, like all, the advanced strategies. That's from me looking a bit bigger. That was before I lost my weight. This was not last year, the year before this photo was taken. I don't think we did DNL last year. No, we went to Bali last year. They didn't do the event last year. So this is the year before, speaking on stage there. But we've got Tim Irway, Fernie, some of you might be familiar with him. JT DeBolt is the MC. Jonathan Budd has run his own network marketing company. They're a serial entrepreneur. So excited to listen to him. Beck is, I think, number 3 or 4 in a network marketing company. We've worked together in this community for years. She makes a lot of money online. So top network marketing leader. Rob Sperry, and a lot of you might know him. He's a coach and speaker trainer for network marketers. Got John and Nadia Melton, who are very high up in a network marketing company. So this is network marketing company neutral. It's not for a network marketing company. This is for digital marketers, online marketers. So it's generic trainers. So they are obviously very successful in the industry. Mike Dillard is the original author of Magnetic Sponsoring, which is basically, magnetic sponsoring is attraction marketing. So Fernie and Tim, who own this attraction marketing company, learned what they learned from Mike originally. Mike is a machine for digital marketing. Have you heard of Simon Chan? Simon's got a podcast called MLM Nation, MLM Podcast Nation. He's interviewed so many successful network marketers and people in social selling over the years. We've got myself, I'm speaking. Vincenzo used to work with Fraser Brooks, and he's really good with YouTube marketing. So he'll be talking about that. Megan is actually from Australia but lives in Chicago, fellow friend who's also a network marketing leader, as is Mike and Carla, the TikTok experts, and Jessica's a leader as well as Andrea and other surprise guests as well. But if you go to this link, and here's all the details and the dates and the accommodation, like we were all there in January. We had a hoot. It was so much fun. But you'll get all this information. But if you scroll down, it'll tell you everything that's at the event. You can register for your spot there. It'll go through all the details. But if you keep going down, oh, there's some information about Jonathan. Superstar. There's all these bonuses. Keep going down. Bonus training, the workshop beforehand. So you can go to a workshop before the event as well. There's all the pricing of it. But here is also the online ticket. So there is an opportunity to attend online or offline. But if any of you can get there, get to LA on those dates, I will be there, and I do not know when I will be back in America again after that, considering the announcement that was made yesterday. So I just wanted to share that with you. But if you can't in person, just the opportunity alone to learn from all those people. This is modern attraction marketing strategies from top 6, 7, and 8-figure earners in the industry. You will learn so much from these people about the modern way to build online. So highly recommend you grab a ticket, whether that's online or offline. If it's offline and you can join me in 5 weeks' time in America, I would love to give you a squeeze and chat with you in person. But yeah, I don't know when I will travel after that. So I'm really sad about that news that they made yesterday, but it is what is, and I totally appreciate the reason behind it. But it just makes this trip even more special, not only for me, but my family, to experience America. And this is what we work so hard for. It's going to cost an absolute arm and a leg to give this opportunity to my family, my boys, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm more than happy to do this for them, and that's why I work so hard. I'm sure you can appreciate that. Yeah, the currency is crapola. That's right. It's just not good. But anyway, I'm not going to let that stop us. Come to Texas. I've been to Texas many times. Love Texas. I was in Texas when I was in Texas. Actually, no, it wasn't last year. It was probably the year before then, was it? Love Texas. Your trip will be so amazing and so much fun. Look forward to the happy snaps. Watch my social media in 5 weeks' time because things will look a little bit different. I won't be on my normal routine while we're traveling, but you will get bombarded with everything that I'm up to, not only at the event, but traveling around as well. Traveling with family is the dream. And I'm hoping this kind of trip, like, a lot of you that live in America and Canada, etc., like we are at the end of the earth in Australia. We're a long way away. There is a lot of you that have never been to Australia because it is so far away to get to. Am I right or am I right? And there's some of you that won't come because I share too much about spiders and snakes, and some of you that just won't fly for 15 hours or more. And that's why you won't come to Australia. Like, we are a long way away, which doesn't make it, like, I love the fact that in America, you can actually just get on a plane, pay like $100 and you're in another, like, state, county, country, whatever. Like, you guys can hop around so easily. Even in Australia, for me to get to Western Australia is hours and hours and expensive. Like, I can get to Bali at the same cost as I can get to another state in Australia. Like, we are in a big country here. What was my point? I can't remember. It's just a big deal to be able to take the whole family to America. And I hope it's one of those trips for my boys that they remember for the rest of their lives. I really do. Making lifetime memories. Absolutely. Making sure you visit the Grand. Now, that's our sticking point, Dean. we're going to get to the Hoover Dam, but we're not going to get to the Grand Canyon. Paul and I have done that. We've actually helicoptered in to the Grand Canyon, and I would love to show the boys the Grand Canyon, but we just don't have enough time because it's the opposite direction to where we need to get to next. So that's a real sticking point for me, but I've done the Grand Canyon and Paul, and yeah, we took a limo to the helicopter pad in Vegas and then got a helicopter ride, flew into the Grand Canyon, had lunch and champagne. I did that for Paul's 40th. I still just love the Grand Canyon. Amazing opportunity. Yeah, huge dollars over 24 hours in flights, absolutely, but it will be amazing. Yeah, and I agree. If you're going to do Grand Canyon, do it by helicopter. You just can't see what you need to see. Anyway, we're getting totally sidetracked on travel. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because if any of you can because this is going to be the last opportunity that I might be in America for a very long time. So if you can get to hang out in person, but not only that, it's actually the event, the amazing speakers, what you will learn. But if you can't get there in person, on that link, helenmartinonline.com/DNL, you can get a virtual ticket and it'd be worth every penny for all the speakers and what you're going to learn from them. It fills my cup not only for being with people in person, but the creativity, the ideas that I get from other leaders and what they're doing and how they're building their businesses and what's working now on social media. I can't wait to bring all of that back to you guys as well after the event. So hopefully I'll see some of you there, if not online. But yeah, I'm excited for that, but sad that it might be my last trip to America for whenever. I don't know. Anyway, don't forget to register for this, helenmartinonline.com/lead generation. If you are in my coaching community, do not forget to watch the replay of yesterday's training that I did for you guys, where I taught you how to create a landing page, an opt-in page, an automated reply with your freebie attached to it, with no website needed, no email software program needed, 100% for free. So that's sitting in the coaching community for the coaching community members. Okay. If you're not a member, you should be, because I charge this much for that much incredible training, practical training. Okay. So this is my last live video of the week. I hope you have an amazing weekend and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.